so I don't have 2 engine stands. So what I'm going to do is mask areas off that I don't want hit, and I'm going to spray the whole bottom of it, let it dry, flip it over, and spray the top. Welcome back to the community, everybody, and thank you all for being part of it. Today is just an extra video. I'm going to wire wheel and clean the transmission up and paint it. I already pulled the other side of the axles off, the axle tube and axle shaft, and that's done. So now we want to clean it up and paint it. I wasn't going to, but I decided to do it. But this whole video is going to be a complete time lapse. Just something extra and fun for you to watch. So let's get on it. Do you remember VW Trends magazine? It was away for 16 years. And well, in spring of 2021, VW Trends came back into existence. So go down into the description below and subscribe to this great magazine. it. So I don't have 2 engine stands. So what I'm going to do is mask areas off that I don't want hit, and I'm going to spray the whole bottom of it, let it dry, flip it over, and spray the top. It's not like I'm doing the body of a car and you'll see a line or anything strange. I'm doing the best I can do with the area I have left right now. So we'll go ahead and mask it. We'll spray the bottom of it, let it dry, flip it over, spray the other side, and then we're going to go ahead and before I put the axles on, we're going to do that conversion that I spoke about. Yes, that one. Okay, hang tight. Put your mask on. If I sound muffled, that's why. And wear a respirator, in all honesty. I have glasses on, and I'm going to use this. It's not a show car. It'll work good enough. I did wipe the transmission down with isopropyl alcohol, or however you pronounce it. And like I said, I'm going to spray the bottom half. I'll let it dry really good, even if it has to be overnight, which will be all in one video. And then I'll flip it over and do the other side. I did tape off what I didn't want to hit, and I can go ahead and take some steel wool and clean the face of this up. It's not a big deal. Okay, I soaked the paint can in some warm water and shook it up. Let's go. Alrighty, I'll let that tack up for a minute, respray it, and then I'll turn it around. Okay, I used a heat gun just because I like to. Let me turn the transmission around in a couple of minutes here. All right, second coat. All right, they come out pretty nice. Now, what you see around here, I'm going to go ahead and just hit it with Quado steel wool, polish it back up and clean it. But I just wanted it to look half decent, that's all. We're going to be pulling that arm off, so wasn't too worried about that. But we're going to let that sit for 24 hours my time, 2 seconds your time, so that can dry really good. Then I'm going to flip it over and spray the top. So while I'm doing that, though, I'm going to clean up the garage. I got a mess going on. Ugh. Okay, be back in 2 seconds. All right, I forgot on the last video, so on this one, we are checking out Misty's tip of the week. Take it away, Misty.
Well, it's coming to that season. As you all saw, we just did the video of all the disc brake kits leaving. So I wanted to go over one. I see a lot of customers, they're looking for a disc brake kit. They find the disc brake kit that they're looking for. They find two of the same thing, except for one's a -0 and one's a -F. And they're like, wow, the -0 is $70, $80 less than the -F. I'm going to go with the -0 disc brake kit. When you go with the -0 disc brake kit, you get this bracket. It is stamped steel. Now, I'm not denying it's a nice heavy piece, but it's stamped. The reinforcement is in this bend right here. So this is mounted to the back of your brake assembly. Your caliper is mounted here. Your rotor sits in here. This caliper bracket can bend because what happens when this caliper bracket bends, it will pull the caliper in towards the rotor. This and the caliper can then cause damage to your rotor. When I always suggest disc brake kits, I suggest front and rear disc brake kits. If you're doing disc brakes, you should do front and rear. I'm not a big fan, and I know a lot of people do just fronts only. But then you have to have proportioning valves and additional things in order to make it so that all your brakes are working properly. So instead of getting the -0 caliper bracket, which is this, I always suggest the -F caliper bracket, which is this. This is a big piece of cast iron. This bracket helps prevent it from ever bending and becoming out of sorts, that it ever cause any damage. I always suggest the -F kits. These kits, yes, they are $70, $80 depending on the kit that you find. They are more expensive for the -F kits. However, you're never going to be replacing it. The -0, the -F. There is no comparison. When it comes to 4-lug disc brake kits, I would say you can most likely get away with this bracket. The reason you could get away with the 4-lug style disc brake and this rotor is because it's just a single rotor with a very lighter design. It's just the basic back with the front top hat that everything mounts onto. Its total weight, I want to say, is like 16, 17 pounds. Okay? So you have a lot less rotating mass to stop with this bracket. The wide 5 kits. Those rotors weigh anywhere from 22 to 24 pounds each. That is a lot of rotating mass. And when you have a panic brake, you want this. However, with the wide 5 kits, you have the rotor, and then you have a front face, and then you have the space in the middle. When you have that, you have a lot more rotating mass. This is the bracket for the -0. This is the bracket for the -F. If you have any other questions, just reach out to me. Always here to help. You check out our parts on v-dubstore.com or give us a call. I hope you have a great day.
And thank you. I appreciate when you do these tips. It really helps out a lot. All right, so that was your refresh of the transmission. I did pull the other axle off so you didn't have to mess around watching me. I did want to clean it up and paint it after I thought about it. It will look nicer, and being black, I don't know if I'll be able to see leaks, but at least it'll be clean. So that's all done. That was your video. I'm going to clean the axle shafts and tubes off camera. There's no point in it, you know, on film to watch me clean up rusty stuff like that. And the next one will be us putting the axles back together, shimming properly and showing how that's done, and putting on solid boots. I don't use split boots. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really great day.